Good morning, everybody, wherever you are finding yourself in this wonderful place that we call Earth. It's wonderful for you to join us on the B stream on Set Bravo with a little bit of a casual morning stream. And we've got Pure on our screen as we continue the pool play stages against an open bracket team with some names that you may be familiar with. You've got Dark Inside on one side, you've got Ezho, you've got Piggy, Envore, and Descendant. And of course, Pure, who we saw a lot of yesterday.
Saw a lot of them yesterday. I also want to give a special shout out to our intergalactic viewers that might be tuning in from outside of Earth as well. You were just as important to us as the fellow Earthlings here. 2 dead for Pure off the rip, make it 3 as the pipes push gets cleared out. LastShot tries to make something happen from bottom middle, but I gotta say, Mark, before we get into the specifics of the game, been a great weekend so far here at the SSG Major.
It's been amazing. There's so much that we said this yesterday though, as we see this game kind of continue and you see the whole come in from Dark Inside, get yourself down here. If you are in the locality, and even if you're not, if you are one of those intergalactic people who maybe has access to
really fast space travel,
fast travel, get down here because there's so much to do. We were walking around the venue yesterday. We got what we believe were temporary tattoos. However, this morning we found out that they appear to be semi-temporary,
semi-permanent,
semi-permanent. Yeah, so that's something we have to work
just to give everyone a visual, because of course we don't have anything on camera. I have a giant Clippy from Microsoft Word tattooed to my forearm.
Some of you may remember from 1997.
That's what I'm working with now.
Yeah, at least mine's a little bit like fitting. But
yeah, yours fits into your arm. You have an existing patchwork of tattoos that looks great, and your new tattoo looks great. I have a literal Microsoft paperclip character.
Yeah, you're on brand.
That's true.
That's true. Back to the game, though. It's going to be Pure who wrestled that ball away from the initial elevator hold that we did see, and managed to rack up 43 points in a row as they move that ball through. Pipes trying to rotate towards the long ball, but you can see that it was momentarily slowed down by Dark Inside, who now are able to gather it back up thanks to Piggy. Now, my question is, I was about to say gathered up in the hands of Piggy. What is the technical term for the feet of a pig?
Hoofs.
Trotters?
Isn't it hoofs?
One for the chat. Let us know.
It's got to be hoofs. 43-13. Sorry, 19. That TV's far away. 43-21 now off the break. 1 dead here, so they're going to continue holding. 2 dead, actually, and in that time, on a 2v2, maybe a rotate here. Should be a rotate if they clear out LastShot at top A. Mark's Googling it, by the way. We'll see what the actual result is. 4 dead for Dark Inside. Will be an opportunity for Pure to get more time on the board. And a pig's trotter, also known as a... I'm not going to say that word. That sounds like I can get in trouble for that one. But we're going to go with... Wow.
Trotter.
Pig's trotter. Great call. What's a hoof, then? Only on, like, cow? I'll Google that while you cast.
Okay. Back to the games. 62 points are rising now on the ball for Pure as they have this pipes hold.
Hoofs.
A little bit of a play ball out towards top middle. Actually down bottom middle. You keep going. I can see that the it's a bit early for this for you. I can hear audio cues from your brain. Great shots from Taulek.
Ah, damn. Yeah, I was off. Ready?
Taulek with 2. Envore almost became the 3rd.
I'll let this happen in the back 8 before I get into the description of what I found.
I'll carry on. You focus on that because I can tell it's taking a lot for you.
No, okay, the push is over. Hooves are, well, we know what they are, but they protect the toes of...
Google what pig's feet are called again.
No, don't worry.
Where you're at.
They protect the toes of undulate mammals such as horses, cattle, deer, pigs, sheep, and camels. Oh, wait, okay. So there's more to...
Both of us were right.
Both of us are right.
Great way to start the day. Good way to start this game for Pure as well, as they find themselves 68 points on the board. It's been a little bit of a scrappy last 30 seconds or so, as everybody is kind of battling to get the kills required to formulate some sort of setup. And the setup now is Dark Inside, and it's a very strong looking one at the moment. Camo coming up. Obviously, Taulek is going to be able to grab that. It's one thing that maybe the open bracket team on our screens didn't prioritize, maybe due to a lack of practice. Coordination is the setup looked great, but they forgot about the camo.
Yeah, great. I love that from Taulek as well. Like, he put himself into a position bottom middle where he knew he was challenging only a window, and that would be the angle that they would have to challenge to grab it. And they're able to come away with that. We'll see actually what he's up to with that camo, because he should have a little bit more over at goal.
Yeah, Taulek managed to actually get the kill on the ball carrier and clean the last player out on pipes, which means that now he has the ball. He's going to rotate it back to his friendly teammates. LastShot with 2. One thing is noticeable, I think, when you're looking at certain players, you're looking for distinct identity when you're watching the POV. LastShot's long-range shots with the Bandit are so clean. It's very rare that he gets outshot from distance.
It really is. It's also crazy to think, I mean, for anyone who didn't catch it, we got to speak with him before the tournament. As you see Pure now hitting 94 on the board. Should continue to tick based on where the ball is and where the numbers are. 98, 99, and 100 first round there will go to Pure.
There's a late grapple. I've seen you try and do that after being rejected from various bars.
Yep. Try to grapple back in.
That's your last chance.
You
just try and fly in.
What I usually try to do, usually they'll have roof access on a lot of these buildings.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to try to grapple right to the rooftop. And generally based on, it really depends on building management, but a lot of times that roof access will actually be unlocked from the top side. And you'll be
emergency access. Like if you get locked inside, they need to be able to get in from the
outside. Yeah, so you'll be able to actually just get right back into the bar, throw on a fake mustache, maybe a pair of sunglasses, and call it good. But what we want to talk about LastShot is pretty interesting during his interview. It's just wild to think of last season, and it's pretty inspirational story. All of last year, 0 HCS points to his name. So it's amazing to see after a year of competition, you know, no placings that he needed in terms of getting actual pro points, and then to see what he's doing this year is pretty amazing, and one of the biggest breakout stories, I would say, in probably the last decade plus of professional Halo. Pretty amazing.
Certainly rival some of those stories. I would say legend, maybe.
Certainly.
Say about that.
Oh, without a doubt. I didn't mean to say.
I don't disagree with you.
No, I didn't mean to say that LastShot was the definitive breakout player, but I just mean one of them.
Makes sense. Well, Taulek trying to break the ball. Enemy has the ball. Be careful with that one. Out from Pipes, as we can see, the Dark Inside do have that ball back to Pipes, and they're going to start in a very similar manner that they did the previous round by managing to win the open breaking escape with that ball. Descendant! Said he's caffeine this morning. 2 little headshots coming in the kill feed with that shock rifle, which is going to make Druk's job a little bit more difficult. Here is Descendant. He's got another one. I told you. Saw it coming.
Love that angle. Feels like a freebie every time you check it. Feels like a freebie every time you wrap gold to the glass. Like that shot is always just lined up due to the geometry of that kind of tunnel, if you will. 2 dead here. Druk going to try to come in and push in with Taulek. Safety nade goes down. They're going to just hold him for a second. Very good awareness to know the A spawners will be pushing in as well.
Yeah, it was a really smart break actually. So it was a lot of it was down to Druk just staying alive in and around the pipes as well. He managed to
my God.
To come in. The Piggy has just had his face caved in.
Probably his hooves too, and his trotters. Everything got it. Absolutely.
And all.
Yeah. At all.
You decide, honestly. That's a great thing about language, right?
It is.
As long as we both know that we're in the same conversation and the subject is similar,
we should both know
what communicate.
What planet we're on. It's usually the limits of you and I knowing what's going on is.
As long as we're on the same planet.
Yeah. We generally, if we're on the same. Nice job here from Cherished to avoid the insta. Or the attempted insta, I should say, and a very good pre-nade. On the C plat side, here comes the push.
Yeah, I like this. Trying to flank into tower. Shots are good. Second one as well. Piggy. Oh, shots are good. My goodness. Little killing spree for Cherished.
Damn, that was clean. 3 dead.
Trying to give him a lot of credit for what he did on last event as well. Understandably, a lot of eyeballs on the more established players and the insane performance from LastShot, but he was a big part of their success.
Big time, yeah.
He was so good at filling that role, for being the glue, and he's also really good with the commando.
Really good. I mean, these shots are not just good, they're looking nasty. This is a punishing run from him. He's going to pick up another one. Jeez. Really, really nice spree from him. And I'm glad you said it because I think Cherished, yeah, kind of underappreciated the last event. And at the very least, underrated. And love what I'm seeing continually from him as well in this round 2.
LastShot's managed to find himself a shock rifle as well, which is going to be bad news for anyone that isn't LastShot or his teammates. He's already found 2 kills in the feed. One of them with the shock, the second one with the cleanup. And this hold continues to stifle Dark Inside. 72 points on the board now, and they're getting closer and closer. If Dark Inside can't break here, to closing out the second round, finding themselves up by 1.
3 dead. Druk, last player alive. He's going to be down here. This should be an easy one if Druk gets an extra one here. Good. No, you shouldn't. Shouldn't get away either. Let's be clear. Man.
So please don't let him trade.
It's a great example of just what Druk can do in that scenario. I mean, probably should have been dead to rights on the crates, somehow buys all that time.
Yeah, and I mean, buying that time is massive, right? It's the knock-on effect. Sometimes you're like, oh, why is he just like not trying to output damage? Why is he just trying to survive, make these players chase? But think about what happens elsewhere on the map. It allows all of Pure to get back on the map, find lines of sight, take a little bit of space without being challenged themselves. So little things like that add up when you talk about the rolling picture of a game. Good analysis from me for the first thing in the morning.
I like that from you.
I'm trying, man.
76 to 30 now.
There's a grapple.
Ooh, nice little grapple here from Piggy. Going to scoot that ball back, and he does have the help. However, 4 players up for Pure, so you know that push is coming momentarily.
You have to wonder if Piggy does move quicker or slower due to the hoofs.
I mean, being called trotters. If they're trotters, he moves faster. Double. Can he turn 3? No, it's shut down in the end. What can Druk and Cherished do? 2v2 at elevator.
Trying to double up at the moment. You can see he's turning his attention, done a little bit of damage here. Beatdown will be nice. It might give an opportunity for a double kill, but it looks like Dark Inside will manage to break the setup and finally kind of stop this little bit of momentum. A bit out of hand on the side of Pure. Some nice remote detonations.
Let's see what the push looks like here. Envore avoids the full blast and stays alive, but they're going to force the play because they get 2 dead. Very nicely done. Shots looked good on both sides. Taulek wins it, though. That ball's going to be played into the pit. Druk's going to grab it right away from a nice whirlpool wrap, and they will be scoring once again. 20 points to go for Pure on the game. Yeah,
Dark Inside's still 2 dead as well. It was Descendant who was first off the respawn, so it was essentially kind of a 4 dead, slightly staggered situation for them. So one more push. If the kill goes the way of Dark Inside, there might be a chance, but look at that kill for you. Envore and Descendant keep it interesting. Funky out here.
Sorry, my headset was, I was drinking a coffee, so my headset wasn't next to my actual face.
It was actually next to your face, just not mouth.
Yeah, you're right. It was next to my head. That's a better way to put it. 94 on the board. Dark Inside going to try to see what they can scrounge together in the final moments of this one, but essentially 0 room for error on this hold.
Good use of scrounge. I mean, vocabulary is pretty good, I will say. Considering caffeine is starting to seep its way into your system, which is beyond important for you.
Wow.
Just a trade. Really good shots.
A friend of mine, actually my best friend growing up, who introduced me to Halo, whenever that would happen, he would slowly under his breath, especially at lands, mutter the word equals, especially when a player who did not deserve to trade or was inferior to the better player would trade. He would always say equals just to rile up the better player. It worked really well.
Totally taken down again by Envore. And maybe that has worked well. It's the second time we're going to see him win that. He did slip in a little equals. With a shock rifle as well, he's going to get some information. He's going to throw that ball back, and this one's getting very interesting now. Piggy finds another one in the feed. 60 seconds left on the game clock. It's very doable here. A little bit of chain reaction. However, just as I give them hope, it will be snatched away.
You giveth and you taketh away.
And that will be a defeat for Dark Inside. 1-0 to Pure, 2-0 here on Recharge Oddball. Now, usually we throw to a break, but I'm kind of enjoying our little
this is good
at the moment.
This is good.
We should probably go to a break, though.
Yeah, I think they're telling us we have to go to a break.
Game 2, just around the corner. Oh, you better believe we back everyone here on the B stream at HCS Salt Lake City, presented by Space Station Gaming. And Google searches if our first cast of the day was anything to go by. Pure find themselves up by 1-0 against Dark Inside, who have wrestled their way athletically through the open bracket. And he's just handing me a coffee, which he has reattached the lid to in a more secure way than it was delivered.
Yeah, it's been reaffirmed. Both my faith in you as well as the lid on the coffee. The order this morning. It's good.
Oh.
Can I try a sip?
Yeah, sure. Opening up here, it's going to be 2-0 for Dark Inside. And we always say the underdogs in a series have got an opportunity when it comes to a Slayer game type. In game number 2, they did have a little lead, and they have that sniper rifle still, but elsewhere, Pure have managed to turn that lead around. Now they find themselves up by 3. LastShot Alive is going to be on the tower, and LastShot is looking for it.
I've got to say, it's officially September with that pumpkin cream chai. That is a fantastic way to start the day. Hope you're enjoying this start of day number 2. Oh, shit, it's a spike. Careful. Would have been a good... I said that's a spike. Oh. Would have been a good frag to the pillar, but instead it was a spike. I think we all got a little startled there. See what Druk can do. And back to how I certainly startled.
I thought you said something that happens after the coffee.
Nope.
However.
Nope. It was
kept it truly.
SP, not SH.
Yeah, no, I heard. I thought I heard. Piggy trying to escape here. Taking a little bit of damage. Quite a lot of damage. 85 to score.
Druk is soaring. Can he get both? Oh, can you imagine the G?
He's going to jump back up into the water. That's what we call a amphibious play.
Yep. He meant to do it as well. All 8 players alive on the map. Only 10 to 8 here off the opening. Not a wild number of kills. Everything slows down here kind of at this point. Looks like it's going to be LastShot trying to make it. Ooh, okay, that's where everyone is. 4 players on sandbags.
Jummies are listening now with Cherished.
Everyone's top mid!
best part of that is,
for some reason, it came out in the house.
And all of our audio comes out in the house.
Does it? Oh.
Yes.
Sorry.
That was for anyone watching at home. That was so loud in the arena. I can't even tell you how loud that was in this corner of the venue. And I will say a huge shout out to the pumpkin cream chai or whatever this coffee is called, because that is given.
Oh, it's morning now, baby.
A whole new.
Let's get it going. Perfect shots from Taulek. Probably best to turn our attention back to the Halo. 15 to 12. Killed a little bit of a lead here. 3 kills, make it 4. Taulek with some beautiful shots, responding to some clear communication. Probably a little bit clearer than what we thought was Cherished a few moments ago. Weird that Cherished has an English accent as well.
We don't know where that audio came from. That was kind of just delivered to us without any note. It just said that this is Cherished's listening audio. Sniper's up here for LastShot. Let's see what he could do.
LastShot with 0 kills at the moment. 5 assists to his name though, so still been involved.
Camo dissipates. Ooh, nice little quick shot. C-Box, he's going to try to stay alive with this. He's got repulse, so is going to have a get out of jail free if he needs it. Wow, that nade comes in from Envore. I didn't even see exactly where Envore was, to be honest, at that exact moment on the map to be able to. It looks like he was bottom mid, so that maybe not as crazy of a nade as I originally thought. But 24-17 is kind of just standard. Really comfortable for the side of Pure. Looks a lot like the first game as well. Now a 6 kill difference.
Taulek the man to watch at the moment. 11 and 4. Ezho tries to just push these players back on the key door. Descendant is going to find one, which might create a little bit of an open 2v1 scenario. It's going to be a 3v1 scenario. Somehow Taulek actually comes out of the 3v1 with the trade. So he will be smiling because he got a kill.
LastShot had been pillars that whole time. Look at the patience. Gets a brainer. Eventually he's taken down. Druk did have QT. He's taken down as well. So honestly, especially if this kill goes that way, this game gets a lot more interesting now. Just a 4-kill game at 27-23. We'll see if Dark Inside can start to rally a comeback here.
Something going to be collected here by Descendant. This is the opportunity, right? Find the sniper rifle. It means you can essentially lock down a few lanes on your own. Allows your teammates a little bit more freedom on the map. You can see they're doubling up on the big door there, trying to push out towards green. And look at this. So it gets one. Envore finds another.
Ooh, very nice from Descendant. And now just like that, 2-kill game. We should also mention that in terms of open teams that can come through and join these pools, this is a pretty fierce one. I think we kind of haven't mentioned that yet. The fact that you have this amount of talent on a team that's joining a pool. Pure has handled it well so far, but we should make clear to everyone watching, just in case you're not intimately familiar with all the players that you see on the top left and right of your screen, this is by no stretch a very nice assist comes in on the body shot. This is by no stretch an easy series for them. You know they're taking this one pretty seriously. And now the score would indicate that that's the case as well, just still a 3-kill game.
Yeah, and I can certainly hear the players again loud. They always are in the open bracket, but that kind of passion is what gets you to this stage. 1 kill the difference between the two teams at the moment. Cherished have to play this one very, very slowly with this camo.
I agree. It's a really big moment for him. Right now, he's got the jump. Let's see if he can convert.
Playing off of teammates' information as well. They just created enough of a distraction from walking that window. As you saw the player in front of him had his attention drawn away for just a few seconds. And now he's got some more decisions to make. Envore, he gets dealt with. Really good patience here. Descendant's going to jiggle peek, but even though Descendant gets the kill there, I think Cherished played that about as well as you could in that situation. But we do have a tie game. Yeah. Now we have a lead change.
Wow. I agree. I think Cherished played that one the best he could. It looks like teammates are certainly falling around him on other parts of the map that we weren't privileged to on the POVs. But as you say, a big lead change, now 36-33. And you kind of, the reason I started to talk about the talent on Dark Inside was you felt that the comeback was really going to come based on the momentum and the map position.
Sniper here for Piggy as well. He's trying to buy time for his teammates to push up and get these kills. And all of a sudden, Pure are starting to fall apart a little bit here. Piggy feeling confident. QT is down as well. You can see that in front of him. Oh, LastShot.
That's big. Really big.
He's going to have a few seconds to think about that.
I love this from Piggy, too. You thought maybe he was going to get aggressive, go scoreboard, maybe go window, but instead he just kind of loops back to get a different success against Cherished. Body does connect, and going to need help, but it will probably come. Oh! 42-35, just like that. What a stretch from Dark Inside.
Pure getting a little bit. Oh my sweet pumpkin spice coffee with too many espressos in it. That was a crazy shot. That kind of momentum swing is what you need, right? Especially if you get those shots towards the end of a game as well.
Yep.
It makes Pure really have to worry. LastShot, head on a swivel. All of a sudden, things are getting loud, by the way. We can hear.
He popped off just now. He got loud, and for good reason. That was pretty wild. Not an easy challenge to be on C-flat, have someone top tower and just whip around body and finish it with the head as well. Well, I agree. That's exactly what the thought in my head was as well. Just like this, though. Maybe too little too late from Pure. 39-47. You got to think it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you have to agree. It's going to have to be something special if they do come back. However, we have seen some crazy comebacks on live fire when it comes to Slayer, but with the camo coming up, there's just an opportunity here for Dark Inside to start trading some kills out as Pure are forced to have their attention towards that camo. Envore is going to get it, though. And now what do you do? 8 and 8, 11 assists for him as well, so a very strong performance in this game.
Yeah, I mean, doubling that of a lot of players in the game in terms of the assist category, if not in some cases nearly tripling. Let's see what he could do here. Game in his hands. You can tell he's trying to move quick to take advantage of the camo time.
Does have the green gun as well. Is he going to hit the jump?
You got to think so.
He's waiting for. I think he's waiting for teammates to be able to play off.
Screen watching for sure right now. Yeah.
This is risky with the camo. This is risky with the camo.
And there it goes. They know where he is as well, and they rotated away. That's a very nice rotate, to be honest, from Pure.
That's really well played.
Really good rotate away from camo, but still so much more to be done. 48 on the board.
One more to go before one more. 48-41 is the score, and Envore still alive with this green gun. Oh, a little bit of damage comes in. Not enough to take him down. Druk will fall, and now it is the final one, and we have a tied series here.
Wow.
Between Pure and Dark Inside, and once again, the Slayer is the thing that gives the open bracket team the opportunity to find a bit of momentum in a series. This one is set up nicely here. Pure with some questions to answer. We'll be back with Game 3 in just a few moments. Welcome back, everybody, and what a morning we have here in SLC. It's certainly woken us up alongside the coffee that we are ingesting right now, because as we find ourselves in this series between our open bracket team Dark Inside and Pure tied up a 1-1 headed into our G-Lay, we also have some journalistic duties to perform, Andy.
We do. Reporting now live to you from Salt Lake City, Utah. Getting word many of you have probably heard throughout the venue. However, if you haven't heard online...
Oh my god, Envore just got dumped on.
That's additional reporting provided by Mark.
So that was live.
That was live. That was graphic. This is also a live graphic. Shout out to the graphics operators for producing their duties live. But as we go from tangent to tangent and see if the opening pull will happen, it will for LastShot. Can you wrap the corner? No, that was really the big question. We'll see if that flag continues. But most importantly, to get to the point that we've been trying to make for about 60 to 70 seconds
We're
now.
new to journalism.
New to journalism. We thank you for bearing with us. Reporting live. no, deja vu. Same exact spot on the map. Reporting live from Salt Lake City.
Eventually reporting at some point during the live
We're
broadcast.
eventually going to let you know that Alpha Esports, the LATAM team, has 3-0'd Sentinels on the main stage. If you didn't catch it, pretty wild results coming in, and they continue to flood in here at Salt Lake City, now being maybe dubbed Upset City.
We will not make good journalists, because by the time it took us to get that story, which we believed was fresh off the press,
it's no longer fresh.
8 other journalistic outsources.
Outsources.
Yeah.
No,
would have managed to get that report probably there with video.
Look at the nades from Cherished.
Chemistry from Cherished.
Yeah, what a start, dude. That's not easy on our G-Lay. Ooh,
nice
fade away.
Druk now. Everyone's
popping off.
Doing some good shit.
Everyone's doing really well today.
Keep going, everyone. Druk now has to deal with another player, though. He's not going to be able to. Envore taken down. There is an opportunity for a flag to get moved in here.
3 dead. Last player bottom base. They should be able to pinch. Let's see if they know about it. Taulek has already wrapped the corner, so he should be safe, sightline-wise. Going to go front.
Last player was just taken care of by It's the last shot as well, so this will be the first flag.
Boom! Very nicely done from Taulek. They score within 2 minutes, which kind of a good barometer for how the game might go to get a flag on Argyle that fast. As many people who have played and watched know, you can see a lot of games in regulation ending 0-0, so it's good news for the side of Pure. And now Dark Inside, lots of pressure on them. This, of course, is the go-ahead game of the series.
Great shots from Taulek as well. Oh, my baby! Woo. He's looking for the over as well. Players in front of him, he's weak. Piggy!
Last shot! What are you doing? Don't be taking those. It's fine. I mean, they're firing on all cylinders, but I think everyone was getting excited.
Live from Salt Lake City.
Reporting to you live.
LastShot stealing overkills.
It really was a stolen over, wasn't it?
I think it was.
mean, that's last
Maybe
player.
he tried to give it as much time as he could.
I could see LastShot just peppering the cankles and just being like LastShot. Well, sorry, no pun intended. One shot bottom mid, one shot bottom mid, one shot bottom mid. Just trying to.
Give it. It's like at some point I have to take care of this.
We'll
myself.
have to get word from the team. We'll report to you live. Or that actually
within the hour.
Live
within the hour.
That might not be. Oh boy! Speaking of within the hour, that one falls exactly as it needed to. Ezho picks up another one. Now going to look for spawners. Let's see if Dark Inside can get a flag on the board.
I like this aggressive position as well, pushing up into the vent. Just narrowly misses the shot onto LastShot, and that's going to cost his teammate a life, but there's a nice little body shot. Cherished. Now knows there's a sniper rifle top middle. Oh, that's a good angle.
Good angle.
Both player. Well done, everyone. There, that was a nice angle taken by Taulek to get the damage in, and a nice response.
Yeah, really nice. Agree. 8:22 left, so after the first 2 minutes of play resulted in a flag, the following 2 have just resulted in a mid-map standoff. Both teams just, very nice from Ezho. My God, a killing spree as well. That's not an easy 1v1 to take, and handles it with grace. And he's not done yet.
Some
Jeez,
work,
3 dead, 3 dead.
He's
Last player
controlling
alive.
the map, and this is going to be the 4th player taken down, even with the G slide. It's not going to be enough for Taulek to survive. He's managed to get some damage down, which is going to take Ezho out of the game for a few moments here, but you can see teammates are already pushing in front of him, and Dark Inside have the opportunity here to push, but Cherished on that engine side has just managed to pick up a kill and essentially carve an escape route for his teammates. Taulek again with a little bit of patience there. You see, it's one of those frustrating things, right? You go for the beatdown first, but the other player just realizes it's an individual fight, puts the shots in first, and you can't get that second melee in, then you end up dead.
That's really it.
Live from Salt Lake City.
See what Taulek could do now here. Going to be pretty happy with the last few moments of play. Keep in mind, once that, I mean, our great opening from him, leading the game in terms of KDA without a doubt. Ezho also on 10 and 7, but LastShot with even less deaths and even more assists. So a great opening from Taulek for certain.
Nice little play there as well. It would have been very easy to immediately go for the trade, but he kind of backed off for just a second to see if he could get the upper hand in the individual fight and not trade out. Instead, he realized that a trade was going to be the best situation that he could get in that vent position, so took the trade. 6 minutes 50 left on the clock.
Yeah, I got one of those maps where the one flag cushion is such a factor. I would say it's even more than something like a Pit or Empyrean CTF. When you get the flag in, the dynamic of the game changes. Speaking of changing the dynamic, Cherished was one of only 2 alive, and he hits the brainer on the flag carrier to stop it in its tracks. Beautifully done.
Really smart angle as well. A lot of players would have been looking top middle, maybe towards the snipe, towards the flag. But he wraps out through the coils, finds a bottom middle angle. Just most importantly, hit that headshot. However, now he's going to waste some ammo. Descendant has a snipe on the other side, and having wasted some ammo, finds a little bit of pressure. Envore challenges, Envore gets that kill, and now again you see Dark Inside with a little bit of map presence here. Descendant.
Big 1v1. Oh my, what on earth? Somehow
the man has ice skates on.
Taulek does not get the second melee, and in the end, Descendant will hit what looked like the closest to a BXB I've seen, actually since, I was going to say in years, but we were watching Halo 2 a few nights ago.
2 days ago.
2 nights ago, yeah. Speaking of, special treat to see Walshy and Strongside playing Lockout and Midship 2v2s on original Xboxes.
Oh.
Shout out to Space Station Gaming, Oats Overnight, and Swiftkill for putting together one of the best nights of Halo 2 we've seen in a while, and one of many to come.
I'll say there was also a crazy score that came in from that 2v2 with Walsh inside. Walsh actually goosed, but they won. By I think Mike got 25 kills.
It was actually the definition of playing with a team's food. Did you know during that game that Walsh actually did have a kill, and then he committed suicide to get rid of the kill, to make sure it was a 25?
Just to prove a point.
Yeah, it was. I've actually never seen someone toyed with that heavily in a setting like that. Druk, last player alive. We'll see if Dark Inside can capitalize. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Still only 1 flag, and we mention all the time that even though you can get kind of pounded for the majority of the game, if it is just the 1 flag difference between the 2 teams, things only need to line up once.
Yeah.
And then you're in overtime. And you have a reset on the map. You get the first 4 dead, and you cap the flag and you win the game. So Dark Inside, that's where they've got to keep their heads right now. It's tied up at 1-1. Remember, they did win the Slayer in the last game, and it was a pretty convincing Slayer win as well. They went on a really good run towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
So if they can find those pieces to put together again, there is more than enough opportunity. They've had some flags moving, but just not felt like a full setup for them.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, last game was just wild to see exactly how much they took over at the end, and essentially just turned the game entirely on its head. They don't have a lot of time to do it here. 4:20 left, but there's certainly still enough time to make something happen. As you say, all they need is one break, one single spawn rotation that goes correctly. Ooh, very nice back base defense coming in from Pure. That's going to shut down that push. 3 dead.
Cherished with some really good work at the back of the base there. He sniped one, and then he was involved in that little scuffle. They know there's someone here, and they find him. Piggy trots his way to the death screen.
It's absolutely hoofed by the butt end of a sniper rifle.
That's actually what the technical term is the hoof of the sniper.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That one we did check. Nice sniper rifle with the skin, by the way, that Cherished is rocking. This thing's gorgeous. And he's been putting in the damage as well. Right now he's 15 and 11, leading the entire game. It kills, make it 16. A beautiful brainer across map on Envore.
Pressure coming in, though, from both sides. Finds himself a QT. That's going to help his escape route.
That's a nice thing to find.
It's also going to kind of distract from and allow him to have a more traditional escape route. Somehow he has managed to survive here, and that's going to be something that Dark Inside may rue in a few more moments because he has 4 bullets still with his sniper. And now he's starting to slip through your setup. All the attention for Dark Inside, understandably, is about moving forward because they need to cap this flag. But you forgot about Cherished.
That would be a big kill if he is able to take down Descendant right here. This would really kind of slow things down. Might even QT to check another angle. Instead, it's just cleaned up by LastShot. Very nice. I'll tell you what, this is what you get, though, when you are able to put that first flag in. This is just mid-map, like, annoying control that's coming in. It's pretty stifling from Pure, but this is the exact way you should play this. You could tell Cherished is just wrapping literal laps around top mid to bottom mid and just continuing to just hold the angles that he needs to. And it's going to be so hard for Dark Inside to push out of this now. Only 240 left.
Still alive. Nate does go down, but finally Piggy is going to flush him out. And that sniper rifle ammo was used up as well. So with snipers coming up in around 30 seconds time or so, there is still opportunity for Dark Inside, but look at Druk. He's just exploding and punching people and picking up double kills because of it.
2 dead still, and it's just felt like really good Slayer control that continues to come in from the side of Pure, not just the actual kills on the board, but specifically the place that those kills are coming in. Argyle is such a map that you just need every single piece of the puzzle to be so almost obnoxiously perfect when you're pulling. It's not a forgiving CTF map, and 3 dead again for Dark Inside as we hit the 2-minute warning. Ezho's going to be your last player alive. He's going to have to start to make something happen with the snipe, but the early pressure is not going to be that easy. He's already taken down, and to be honest, that's going to just delay things even further, especially now. LastShot was 7 shots total in this sniper rifle. That's not going to make things easy either.
Descendant last alive on the snipe side as well, so LastShot's going to have a somewhat of a field day here. One spawner gets picked up. Descendant with that snipe, though, shuts down Druk, who was the furthest player forward. You can see that LastShot might have some more kills in front of him. Taulek getting the call out. Descendant going to be challenging. LastShot going to find out he has a sniper rifle with his own, and Piggy is going to flush him out. Somehow, though, he's still alive here. Piggy is still alive on the other side, but he's living for now, and finally Descendant cleans him out. Really good play defensively from Descendant. Remember, he was last alive, and now he's the furthest player forward with that snipe in his hands, and about 70 seconds left in this game to try and do something.
Need to make it happen. A lot of, as we said, just huge performance coming in. Cherished is now 19 and 14, about to hit the 20-kill mark, and 60 seconds left. They're going to need to find a gap to break, and they need to get a pull on the board.
2 dead. Another body shot. There is players forward here. Piggy is the furthest.
This is an important role here.
Trapped on the screens are Pure, which is not where you want to be. They've got a decision if do want to overextend. Do they want to try and wrap back?
Oh, this is big for Piggy.
Piggy. Here, Piggy.
Piggy. Can't you see?
Sometimes the sniper hypnotize me. Truly incredible we're still employed. Anyway, Piggy will be finally taken down, and that's a really good play for Pure because he was the player who was most likely to be able to get that flag moving. So taking care of him means everyone else now has to fly forward. One of those players is going to be Descendant. He gets the pull with the grapple.
I don't think he gets the full momentum off the grapple. That was it.
He got it out in front of the base, though.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
That's the important thing there. That means that now Dark Inside have some angles, and if Pure want to return in a more traditional way, they're going to have to overextend. But with 9 seconds left on this clock, I'm not even sure anyone is in position.
Ezho's not going to be there. He's going to get taken down. Yeah, there's no Piggy. They get a touch.
Watch out.
2 dead for both sides. No, Envore last player alive has to be a hero effort, and then a miracle after that. That's going to be it.
Cherished repulses it a little bit closer to his base, just to say you're going to have to work harder to get this. It will be Pure with a 1-0 victory here on Argyle, and it will give them the lead in the series at 2-1 now, 1 game away from closing things out.
Couldn't agree more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the B stream. Welcome back to Pure versus Dark Inside. Dark Inside, of course, just to remind you, coming through the open bracket to join Pool D after a long and arduous journey yesterday, and now they find themselves 2-1 down in the series against Pure. They did win the game number 2 Slayer on live fire, and now they have to look to answer back after the previous game was a 1-0 victory on Argyle. Pure now looking to close this series out, and this is a little bit of a more fast-paced game type. Cherished, by the way. But we were talking about this yesterday. Cherished just gets the power up.
He's the power-up guy, and I'm not kidding. Okay, I've been doing this a long time, just shy of 2 decades. I don't know the last time I saw a team have a power-up guy like this. The way the like it's almost like it's like you're like in the dark corners of like an Italian restaurant. It's like, hey, this is our power-up guy. He handles all the power-ups. He's just good with the power-ups. He's a power-up guy. Cherished doesn't. He gets them every time. It's crazy.
Really strange visual.
He's the power-up guy. Hey, I'll connect you with my power-up guy. Oh, what? Someone just went absolutely flying into the ceiling. It's somewhere in Halo Infinite, in one of these updates, the physics just got wacky, and you can see people going intergalactic really fast.
Yeah, just a reminder, if you are joining us from the Intergalactic Empire, that it's great to have you here.
Just a reminder that we're really glad you're here, because without you, we really aren't here, and we don't say that lightly. We are painfully aware of it. 1 dead for each side. Only a little bit of minimal progress here for Pure off the opening on this first hill. Pretty scrappy so far.
Do you have some good control, though? Now you can see that Piggy's going to get, I was going to say soloed out, but he gets the stick. That's going to be 3 dead for Pure. Felt like for a second there, Dark Inside were trapped in and around blue, and you saw the solo from Piggy. He was trapped in and around loop, and the numbers seem to favor. Oh, very nice. Everyone's just sticking each other.
That's a nice job. I mean, when you're a 1v3 cafe push against like cafe spawners that are literally spawning before your eyes, to make sure you trade with one is not easy. Very nice play. Taulek is the last player alive for Pure yet again. He will force the yard spawns, and we'll see if they'll be able to push out. But most importantly, since the last time we checked in on the scoreboard, it's really changed quite a bit. You now have Dark Inside quite a bit more in the lead in terms of being all the way to 50% of the progress on this hill, and now outscoring on this first hill. We'll see if they can finish the job.
The calls are going out to the power-up guy right now, because Camo is coming up top middle. Piggy's going to get a kill himself. 2 dead for Pure again. Cherished is down to no shields, and all of a sudden Dark Inside is starting to take over the opening gambits of this game number 4. Somehow doesn't get the kill yet. Druk should fall here. Endzone with those perfect shots, and now looking for more. There's the beatdown. There's the thrust. Oh. Cherished saved by that thrust a little bit, but Piggy inside of that hill. He managed to pick up the camo, and now he's just trying to stay alive by his life.
Nicely done. Had to worry about the nades that sometimes scoot underneath the truck.
Good shots coming in. Good team shot coming in. Descendant gets to clean up elsewhere. 2v2 on the map.
This is a big hill. Feels like this one is like really a pace setter for this series, right? Is this going to be Pure taking this thing 3-1, or is Dark Inside going to push this?
This is really aggressive for Descendant. I think it's because he knew that the help was coming in on the snipe side and was going to turn the attention away. That's 2 dead again. Druk gets desperate. He'll be taken down as well. Descendant screams animalistically across Taulek City. And it will be Dark Inside who get that first hill captured. And look at the flank now the Descendant has as well. All the players flooding through into yard. They turn back. No stick this time. He splits the difference between the two. I mean, if it was football, it's a great finish, but unfortunately, that's not how this works.
Let's see if Piggy can capitalize on all the damage. If he can, this will be a really nice shot. Descendant manages to trade in the end. I got to say, I'm really impressed by both plays there. It was a really nice flank, but the fact that Pure knew they had to double back towards Flowers and try to 2v1 that was a really nice stop as well. That's going to make sure that they have at least a little bit of presence on the map. However, in the end, regardless, it's Dark Inside scoring, and Descendant gets the first pick, and Envore gets the second. So this could actually be, depending on these next 2 kills, this could be a really clean and fast
hill. Oh my god!
And 2 more dead, and extra love and care coming in from Envore in the end. Cherished going to try to make something happen, but you could just tell on the numbers, it's disadvantageous. Druk is going to have to fly in as well.
They're just winning their 1v1s at the moment, Dark Inside.
Look how much progress, exactly. Look how much progress that was for Dark Inside purely because they got the first 2 picks as well. Pure is going to have to really rally back here. This has set us up for a fantastic hill number 2, though, because Pure is going to have a perfect hold. Otherwise, Dark Inside will go up 2-0. Let's see if they can do it.
Descendant has been possessed by a demon, it sounds like, at the moment, with noises that are exiting his body. Pure do finally get an element of control, though. They're going to have 2 dead, and they're going to also have potential eyes on this camo trade. He would be massive! Druk gets that kill! So the camo is now taken apart, and Pure are back into this hill. Extremely close for Dark Inside to call it their own, but they're trapped over at blue at the moment. And it's such a difficult funnel to try and get through, and you can see Taulek with that first pick as well is going to give Pure the opportunity to turn this hill on its head. Envore with a little bit of a desperation play. Piggy is going to challenge. Piggy gets taken down as well, and that will be the hill going over to Pure. They hold off the storm of volume, noise, and good gameplay coming in from Dark Inside, and managed to turn this game into a tie situation, 1-1.
Yeah, that hill was huge. Of course, both these hills just feel like table setters for this one. Dark Inside, of course, with a fantastic open. To be honest, though, Dark Inside is going to probably be a little bit frustrated. Oh my God, Cherished knew he was going to get peeked as well by that player who would have had comms from the hotel player. Really nice job from him to pick up that kill as well. But you get the feeling that Dark Inside, if a few things went differently, that could have been their hill as well. And this game could be completely different. But Pure, they want to end it here and they want to end it now.
Spawn on the snipe side at the moment. You can see they have one player down on S1, one on S2. It's now 2 at S2, using the facilities that are available in that grav lift. Cherished, so what a life that was, by the way, right? It's not just the fact that he got that kill initially, it was the way that he slid around that pillar bottom middle, used his little shoulder peeks to see where that player was going to re-challenge, and managed to buy enough time to get those shields back. And now he's got to play his life again, because Camo is coming up, and Dark Inside have picked up a couple of kills. So even though Pure have made some great progress in 2/3, and I would say even 3/4, Andy, of this hill have gone their way, all of those kills can make things different. However, Druk gets 2, Taulek gets 1, and Camo will go to Druk.
Oh. Leaves it for a teammate. Yeah, Taulek's going to grab it in the end. All of that is because, if anyone watched, Taulek was hugging the hotel side of the hill, and he was in a 1v1 with a player in hotel. He stayed alive so long that he did so much damage on the hotel player that Druk, who was then top tower, could easily finish that kill. They could rotate with cafe control as well, and they're able to then get Camel. All because Taulek did enough damage in the initial 1v1 from the hill to hotel. It's amazing the domino effect that you get from the damage.
And off of the back of that, it's going to be the domino effect, not just from damage, not just from kills, but into a potential hill capture here for Pure. They're just stepping outside of it, though. They're trying to burn a little bit of time off the clock, which is something that we saw them do yesterday as well. Knowing that the push will have to come in at some point, they're trying to bait Dark Inside across the map so that when they capture this hill, they're not going to be fully set up for the next. So it's a really smart play coming in from Pure.
Moments away from the tick. Just going to wait for it. And that's it. They're going to force him in, and especially, like you said, with 1:15 left on the clock, this is punishing. This is... I like that we're seeing this, though. You and I were talking about this since we saw the debut of this game type, and then we saw the debut of these rules. I think it's really strong if you can make map control like this and you can milk the time and just force your opponent. It is such a punishing and advantageous play to be able to make. They will get it there as soon as the pressure comes. It's perfectly managed.
Big damage coming in from Taulek as well with the shock rifle, getting chain reaction, getting chain damage, and finally it will be Pure who decide, now that we've seen them bait out a little bit, now that we've brought Dark Inside into our half of the map, we can cap that point, and now we can start picking up the kills. It's such intelligent play here from Pure, and Taulek has controlled this side of the map so well on his own. I think he held off a 2-man push a few moments ago. The shock rifle certainly helped with the chain damage, but now he's going to try and take the 1v1, and take it. He does.
Felt like he had to kill him twice. That shock in the shin doesn't take him down.
Shin shocker.
And shin shocker. And in the end, has to finish it with another shot. And with 30 seconds left, it's been a beautiful end game, late game management coming in from Pure.
Cherished going to have the camo, not for the first time. Not for the last time.
He's the power-up guy.
He's the power-up guy. 18 seconds left on the game clock, and that is due to the time management that we saw coming in on that third hill.
Oh my,
on the side of Pure. They're essentially, with that play that they made and Dark Inside being reluctant to push and force them to cap that hill, that's what's given them that cushion. That's what's given them the series win by the looks of things as well. There's 2 seconds left that they have to try and force Dark Inside out of the hill, and they should be able to do so in the next few moments as well.
You'd think so. They also can't afford to step out like that. And that's what happens. The game and the series.
Yeah, a little bit of an anticlimactic way to close it out, but at the end of it, Dark Inside gave us everything that you would expect them to give. It was a strong performance from them, but unfortunately, Pure just too good in that series. They will win it 3-1, and Dark Inside will have to play a few more games with Halo.